going on, Legion? Azure here like always. Oh god, let me just see if I can even say the name right. We are here with some more Battle Angel. That's just an easier way of saying it. We got two little clips, the making of and the punch the mirror. The making of little snippet, it's like a minute, 2 minutes long, and it's been out for a while. So we're just going to go ahead and combine the small clip with the bigger, already older clip. No need to make two different videos about that. We ain't hungry for views over here. But with that, let's just get into it. Check it out. See what it's all about. This anime was really good. I remember watching it way back in the day. I'm actually really surprised that the anime isn't on Netflix, or if it is, I haven't seen it being produced. There was like that Mary and the Witch's Flower and a lot of other, like, there's a lot of anime like that I kind of, it's not like this, but it has the same kind of thought behind it, I believe. Careful and intelligent story writing. And I'm surprised that Battle Angel isn't, I don't know if it was an anime or if it was just an animated movie. I think it was just a movie. It's been a long time. It's been over 10 years since I've seen it. But if it is on Netflix, I don't know. But if it isn't, I'm surprised that it's not, because let's be serious. Netflix is like a YouTuber. They're just trying to get all the views and all the hungry people on their platform, which is, hey man, I respect the hustle. With that, let's just get into it, check it out, see what it's all about. Let's check out some clips.
The action, the emotion, the grand world. It was all there.
Oh, yeah.
I saw it as this great female empowerment story.
An incredible artist named Kishiro created Alita Battle Angel 30 years ago.
Alita.
Kishiro's creation is something that inspires dreams.
Alita Battle Angel is about a girl
That must be cool for him.
who is plopped into the world not knowing who she is.
Seeing his work into a movie? That must be awesome.
She goes on a journey of
He's probably so
self-discovery
thrilled.
and discovers that she's not an insignificant girl at all. She is someone quite extraordinary.
Dance, little flea!
Oh, man. This will be so good.
If you can make the audience believe that that character is real in a tight close-up, and frankly, Weta are the only people that I trusted to be able to do that.
I think we've been able to create a seamless blend of live action and synthetic action in one single frame.
She's just realer than real.
Hey, man.
If you asked me about the timing of
she's
Alita,
okay.
it's
She's
not
doing
the
it's
technology.
full
It was
mocap.
finding Rosa Salazar.
That's
Rosa
awesome.
Salazar is fantastic.
I'm a warrior, aren't I? I loved her and I felt like her. She was my person to look up to.
It's amazing seeing Rosa's spirit, her light, come through.
Yeah, it's
the Alita
pretty cool,
character.
man.
When you see something like this, it's like something that looks so different than anything else. We need a movie like this right now.
I don't agree with that statement.
Yeah, that's what they want you to think.
It's too much. Alright, let's get the punch mirror. I'm curious about this. This is the newer
The
one.
woman in my memory called me 99.
What you saw was a flash of your previous life.
Who was I?
From the floating city.
In time you'll remember.
Just trash. Just trash, man. That's all you are. Dude, I love mechanics and what looks like people or people. Like Full Metal Alchemist, just automatic. It was so badass. Ooh, nice. That robot precision. She's not a human being. She's not alive. That was precision, man. She's a machine. She's a killer. Whoa. Let me ask you guys something. If for anybody who's ever seen Ghost in the Shell, you'll know where I'm coming from. If you haven't seen Ghost in the Shell, I'd recommend you watching it because it's one of the top 10 best animes ever. Season 1 and 2. I believe it was Ghost in the Shell, where there was like, I believe it was Ghost in the Shell, that robots being autonomous. Was it that? It might have been a movie. It might have been the Ghost in the Shell, whatever that new thing is. I can't remember it specifically. But there was a thing about machines being autonomous or self-thinking. It may have been a different anime movie or a different anime that I never fully watched. I think it's the Ghost in the Shell what's come out later, which is the weird animation, and I'm not a fan of really anything about that. But there was something along those lines where machines were becoming like free thinkers, almost like Detroit Become Human. You know, what would you do? Like, of course, this is a machine that's supposed to have free will, I guess. Maybe. I always view that maybe a lot of the machines in Alita were people cyberized, but I think, and again, it's been so long that maybe they were never humans to begin with, but fully created, and they were meant to have some kind of unique personality. But what if in our time right now we're looking at machines that then would start to recognize themselves as people? Would you take the same stance to say some people take about other humans with different skin colors, you know, or gay people and their right to marry or go to heaven, you know? Would you take those outlooks against a thing that wasn't born, a thing that was never alive, then identifying itself as a person that gets to have free will and should have those rights, right? Because our Constitution doesn't, because that is a thing, whether it's Elon Musk and his craziness or anybody else saying that the end of the world based off of AI is the scariest thing for the smartest people in the planet. That's what they fear. That's what they don't want to happen. It's not really science fiction anymore. There are possibilities out there. And a lot of people have theorized that if AI becomes self-aware, it would be moments to days that civilization would end, you know, and or whatever next person says, you know. But there's a lot of those prejudiced, racist, homophobic people now that take that what I just said about machines, but they believe that to other people, you know. Would you take that same stance to I personally, like, what about the battle Ex Machina? That was a good well, it was a horrible movie. It was not a good movie, and then it made me angry because the human lost. That part sucked. Not only did I just find the movie kind of boring, I understood the message and I respect the movie for what it is. I didn't personally like the movie as a whole, nor did I was disappointed that, of course, it was meant to make you feel angry or whatever. But if the Ex Machina chick was in the real world, I wouldn't give her free rights, and I would have no problems destroying the machine. Because first of all, the Ex Machina machine showed that she or it doesn't understand the difference between right and wrong and compassion. Because the man that fell in love with her and that helped her, even though it may, you know, of people, we kind of go and say, oh, they started out on the wrong path, and it kind of made us angry, but everybody makes mistakes, and they try to make up for it at the end. But the machine probably looked at the guy saying, you were part of this experiment, treating us like things. Now you want to be friends? But for the majority of that movie, he was fighting for her cause and for her rights, if I remember correctly. And she looked at him, and she left him to starve to death or suffocate or whatever it was in that lockdown home. She left him there to die slowly and agonizing. And that is emotionless, calculating. And the Ex Machina machine should be destroyed. Do you think the Alita or anybody in the Alita world, because they are not born, they don't have a soul, if you believe in that? It's just a weird question. That's what I always think about when I see machine, whether she was a person before or not. Those kind of things, you know. And then like Ghost in the Shell, how cyberized are you until your soul is been replaced by circuits and wires and a motherboard? Those are always things that pop into my head when I see things like this. So that's just a little food for thought. How would you, if it was Detroit Become Human, I'd be destroying every machine I saw. They're not people, they're not alive, nor do they have rights. But that's also the same kind of belief that people go, the Constitution says this about this skin color or this religion. But that's also an archaic way of thinking. Over 100 years ago was the Constitution of America created, and it wasn't really they weren't that smart to encompass what may happen in the future, same sex, or maybe back then that was just, you got burnt at the stake if you were gay. You know, who knows? But yeah, those are just, it's how would you treat something that you find inexcusable to live, and then try to compare that thinking to the stupid people in our real world that think that about other humans. You gotta make that kind of comparison sometimes, because then you may find yourself being more compassionate to something else out there. And with that, I'm gonna get out of here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. Just again, a thought. If you stay at the very end of it, you know, you can always throw in that high five right there in the comment section down below. Love to see them here in the comments if you care enough. If not, awesome. But if you stay to the end, I do appreciate it. Listen to me ramble. I'll see you on whatever video I'm doing next, guys. Later.